Hello everyone, we're off on an exciting day trip to Mailung Waterfall, also called Bhange Jharana. It's a hidden gem about 78 kilometers from Kathmandu Valley. Considering the unpredictable weather, we might be a little ambitious with this plan. Just as we set out, light drizzle began to fall. If all goes well and we ride without long breaks, we expect to reach Mailung Waterfall in around 3 hours. The roads will be mostly smooth and well paved, though we've heard that the last half hour before the waterfall turns into a rough, bumpy stretch, a true test for both our scooter and our spirit of adventure. My cousin Prerak, as always, is my reliable rider and travel partner. Right now, we are cruising above the hills through Tokha, leaving behind the city buzz and embracing the misty countryside. The view is getting more beautiful with every kilometer. The ride through the outskirts of Kathmandu feels liberating. The drizzle keeps us cool, the clouds hang low over the hills, and the road winds gently through open fields before leading us to a peaceful village called Gurje Vanjang. अहिले हामी गुर्जे भन्ज्याङ भन्ने ठाउँमा छौँ. The little paradise is around. Most of the inhabitants here are from the Tamang community, and the village rests quietly under a soft blanket of mist, giving it a truly mystical feel. We take our first tea break here in a small roadside cottage to rest and plan the journey ahead. The owner, a kind and cheerful Tamang lady, welcomes us warmly, offering cups of tea. Through her stories, we learn a little more about the calm and charm of Gurje village.
मिठो चिया बनाउनु भयो हामीले बेलानालाई अनि अब यहाँबाट हामी चाहिँ कुन झरना जाँदैछौँ गुर्जे झरना हो अनि ठाउँ चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो रहेछ हैन मनोरम स्वच्छ हराभरा ए रिसोर्ट पनि छ त यहाँ सबै हैन पैसा पनि हाम्रो यतिकै हो हजुर त्यही घाम लाग्नेमा चाहिँ अलि जाडो हुन्छ
There's a beautiful waterfall nearby called Gurje Jharana, but unfortunately we have to skip it this time. Our main destination is Mailung Waterfall, and the road ahead is still long, with the rain now pouring heavily. It has prolonged our journey time. As we continue our ride, exploring a few smaller waterfalls around Gurje, the smooth road soon turns into a rough and challenging stretch. A recent landslide has damaged this part of this route. On one side, the hill rises sharply, and on the other, a steep drop that disappears into the valley below. I can't dare to look down. Just then, an oncoming bus appears, slowly maneuvering its way through the narrow path. We pull over carefully to the edge, giving it room to pass. I can't recall ever being this passionate about chasing waterfalls before. Maybe it's the rain or the thrill of the unknown. We haven't even covered a quarter of the distance to Mailung Waterfall, and we're already drenched from the constant drizzle. Just around a bend, we spot another beautiful waterfall beside the road. Now, as we leave Gurze, the rain shows no sign of stopping. Our clothes are soaked, droplets cling to my sunglasses and gather on my cousin's helmet, but our spirits remain high. There's something oddly satisfying about embracing the elements, the rain, the mud, the chill, all part of the adventure. Along the way, we are captivated by the breathtaking landscape, a small waterfall tumbling down the rocks, a distant village barely visible through the clouds. The journey itself feels alive, full of surprises waiting just around the next bend. We've now reached the hill station, and the view from here is breathtaking. Far below, the Trishuli River winds gracefully through the valley of Rasuwa District, cutting through the green landscape. It's amazing to see how far the terrain stretches. In about an hour, we'll be descending to ride along that very river on the Trishuli Highway, heading toward Rasuwa District. As the road slopes steeply downhill toward Nuwakot, the feeling of freedom becomes almost overwhelming. When was the last time I felt such a sense of liberty, this pure ecstasy of exploration? Maybe it never truly happens until you desire it and decide to do it. The wind whips past as we continue our downhill ride. My cousin Prerak is even more steady and focused, skillfully navigating each curve with calm precision. Everything feels perfectly in sync: the rain, the road, and the rhythm of the ride.
शिवपुरी गाउँपालिका यहाँहरूलाई हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछ। छरे आइपुग्यौँ हामी छरे बजार।
We've just passed Chahare, and the road ahead finally opens up, allowing us to gear up and feel the rush of speed. The nature around us is absolutely gorgeous. Unique hills, the greeneries, and the refreshing air. The river flows in harmony with our ride. Its current adds up a rhythmic accompaniment to this journey. This stretch might just be the best part of the trip, where excitement, beauty, and adventure all sync perfectly together. Our next stop is Bidur, where we plan to take a lunch break. Mailung isn't too far from here now, but after hours of riding through rain and winding roads, we definitely need to recharge before continuing.
हामी बिदुर आइपुग्यौँ हामी बिदुरमा छौँ अब एकछिन कतै बिसाएर केही नास्ता गर्छौँ अनि त्यसपछि हामी यहाँबाट पनि अगाडि लाग्छौँ.
The thought of a warm meal and a short rest feels just right before we set off again toward the final stretch of our journey. As we are leaving, we are greeted by yet another beautiful waterfall, a glimpse of nature's charm before hitting the next stretch of road. From here, we joined the Trishuli Highway, a wide, well-paved road perfect for riding, with the mighty Trishuli River flowing alongside on our left. But just as we are admiring the river, a troubling sight appears ahead. Half of the road has slid down into the Trishuli River due to heavy rain, and the path is completely blocked. This is definitely not a promising sign, and for a moment our excitement mixes with apprehension as we assess the situation. Fortunately, the locals guide us to an alternative route, and as we follow it, we spot yet another eye-catching waterfall along the way. At that moment, it hits us. Mailung Waterfall is now just a few kilometers away. As we had anticipated, the next stretch of the journey is rough and bumpy, lasting about half an hour. The road tests both our focus and balance, while the Trishuli River rises turbulently alongside. From a distance, we catch our first glimpse of Mailung Jharana, cascading majestically down the rocks. Even from afar, it's a breathtaking sight, a true wow moment that makes every drop of rain, every bump in the road, and every kilometer traveled feel completely worth it.
Wow. After nearly 4 hours of ride, we managed to arrive at this beautiful location. We weren't sure whether we were going to make it or not, but we made it through. Look at this gorgeous place. We've got incredibly beautiful waterfall from the top of the rocks.
I'd never seen anything like this with my own eyes. There were two routes to enjoy the view of the waterfall, but we decided to take the lower path so we could experience the freshness and purity of the water at the bottom pool. Standing where the Mailung touches the ground, I couldn't resist. I splashed into the pool and let the cool water wash over me. In that instant, every bit of fatigue, stress and tension from the journey seemed to vanish. It was as if the waterfall itself had cleansed me, leaving me refreshed, revitalized and completely alive in the moment. The sheer purity of Mailung Jharana was overwhelming, and I felt a profound connection to this magical place.